We're doing this thing respectful. To my Facebook family, those of you who tuning in and out and about, Point 14, I see my boy Philip Edward Alexander and all is on the channel, so I saying bless good afternoon. I saying bless good afternoon to the entire Trinidad and Tobago. And brothers and sisters, feel free to call in because we have to talk. But before we get into any conversation, I want to say this. And I love to hold on to facts and I love to be real and reasonable with the conversation. As much as we sit down and we dialogue, we must be responsible with the actions that we have. Based on the factual information and the data that is out there in Trinidad and Tobago, the conversation is, and this is to the political organizations vying to be our leaders in Trinidad and Tobago. The conversation is there are over 500,000 people that don't vote. So it's 1 out of 2 things that happens in Trinidad and Tobago. It's either 500,000 people don't get the message or 500,000 people confused. But we find ourselves in 2025 with a failed oil economy. We find ourselves in 2025 with a failed education system. We find ourselves in 2025, ladies and gentlemen, with low employment. And we have a responsibility to participate. And when I say participate, look at where the content is coming from. Look at those who support the content. Because over the years, the last time when I came and sat down here, I was supporting a different group. Because again, I didn't hide the information. My cousin get an opportunity. Let's share the live. YouTube, I seen you. Facebook, share the live. I seen you. And while this was going on, brothers and sisters, we sat back and we gave 10 years of opportunity. 72% of the revenue. 72%, brothers and sisters, over 80% of the food that is being consumed in Trinidad and Tobago for the past 10 years, a conversation that the People's National Movement guaranteed us they would have fixed. 80% of the food product that is being consumed in Trinidad and Tobago on a daily basis is being purchased outside of Trinidad and Tobago. So to the political groups, because mind me, I sat down and I taken everybody over the period of time. And I must say the conversation is manifesto this, manifesto that, and who do have manifesto, and UNC do have manifesto, and PNM do have manifesto. But based on the information that I continue to hear, I listen to the United National Congress reach as far as opening that want to open a needle factory. They reach so far as speaking about Galeota Port. To those of you who are playing blinded by politics and then understand that the democracy of Trinidad and Tobago is at risk. I, Irvin Felix, before I get into it, this piece of conversation is for the political leaders and the groups. If you look at it at 91.9, brothers and sisters receive the opportunity to come and express themselves because all you know me on Facebook. The fact that Mr. Neil IWER George and his team decide to give me an opportunity, so yes, I go get paid. But it is your responsibility while the conversation go forward. If it makes sense, support it. So I expecting, this is just me asking, I expecting by next week, because the fact is over 500,000 brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago don't vote. And God knows we don't know how much of that 500,000 people don't be on Facebook, don't be on YouTube. So then the fact is that radio plays a serious role in Trinidad and Tobago. So the only how you're getting your information to every single person, look at the facts. We have 25 days. 25 days to share one of the most important information that could salvage and bring back Trinidad and Tobago. We had 25 days. We have to be real and reasonable. So one would want to expect that as the week move along, I know everybody busy because it's a snap election. But as the week move along, one would want to expect not only when I hear, but when brothers and sisters are on, despite who's speaking, what level of politics, please make sure that your information is spread on social media and radio. And one of the persons who provide the opportunity to make sure that every single Trinbagonian utilize the opportunity to make an informed vote is Mr. Neil IWER George and the Street 919. Bring your information forward. It's only fair. I want to encourage you to contact the management and staff. This thing is not only about conversation. Ms. Kamala Prasad says I have been speaking some very heavy conversation. And if it is you listen to the facts, it have people who in the PNM asking for change, but they're not getting the information. So then it is our responsibility to make sure that radio explain what it's saying and explain what you saying. Facebook, do the same. YouTube, do the same. And this is what you get at Street 919. You get an opportunity to connect with every single person. There's 1.3, 1.4 million of us. And on top of that, we still have some Venezuelans in the midst. So we have and on top of that, they explained to us that some of them will be eligible to vote. So if that is the conversation, well then we have a responsibility to make sure that the strain that people took for the past 10 years, the fact that you're looking to open back the Galeota port and make relevant investments in the oil field, what you do, you make a little cushion for the woman who work in CPEP and URP. You know why I say that? Because they find themselves in a position where their husbands and their sons, loved ones end up unemployed because of a decision, a government we supported. You notice how I'm pointing me. We supported to make sure that we had the opportunity to make $0 and 0 cents. And asking us to hang our livelihood on Cuba. They're asking us to hang our livelihood in Trinidad and Tobago on Stuart Young, who have been sitting in office for the past 10 years and more. Was not able to deliver. And they are out and about asking us, vote for we, and we will set you free. Set me free from poverty that you design a structure to make sure that I stay in. Set me free from uneducation while we're living in a school system that have to be over in 2025 for lack of water. And that is just my children's school. When you had the opportunity, you would talk about your children's school. Set you free to make sure that you continue to have inadequate sidewalks. Set me free so when I invite my family to Trinidad and Tobago and me driving down the highway, it looking like we somewhere in the desert. It is disrespectful what was done to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And again, brothers and sisters, I was out and about in Point 14 yesterday. I was out and about, and the conversation coming out from Point 14 is yellow is the code. Yellow is the... Wait, I didn't even tell IWER I'm going to say this. I didn't even tell IWER I'm going to say this. IWER, me and IWER talk, he told me, brother, I would give you the opportunity to come on the radio. He don't know what organization I supporting. But the facts is the facts. And we as a people in Trinidad and Tobago, so I want to invite you, the listening public. Call in. Let me discuss whether you're PNM, your UNC, your NAR. The facts is the facts. If things go down by you, you had the opportunity to explain it to me this afternoon. But don't come at me with a list with 10 items on it, when for the past 10 years, this same organization has been in power, and you can't run past 10 items. Please don't come at me with a list with things that you have write down that has not been delivered to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm asking you, please be factual. If crime high, if you sitting as a government and you liming wrong a government, and when I say crime high, it affects you, you had 10 years to fix it. So if I tell you that everybody I meet explaining to me, this is enough. Yellow is the code. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers to call is 342-0081, 466-5391. And again, we are at Street 919, and we want to encourage you. Let me be real and reasonable with our conversation. I want to ask you to share the live. I must do something. Let me do a little big up to it. I must big up our future member for parliament. I pop a live today. Now live a little video on my page today, but I cleaning my van this morning because I'm organizing to come up by the studio because I know me living nowhere close to town. So I utilizing the spell check and I put August instead of April. I don't know see I could fix that Facebook. But what's going on with me, I am so excited for the opportunity to go back to work. I am so excited for the opportunity that something is going to be done in Galeota. I am so excited to hear that plans is being executed, conversation is being had. I ain't being no hypocrite with you. The last time I was sitting down here, I had the opportunity to promote my cousin. And I came and I told you every single thing that they say that they would do. They will come to tell you today, especially those of you in Point 14, Fitzroy Beach, big up yourself. Miss Muriel, big up yourself. Mr. Ernesto Kiza and your team, big up yourself. To every single person, Cedrus, Erin, Buenos Aires, Cacas, big up yourself. All you don't get no harass as I meet, all you, we go call out all the places, we go call out which part you're from, and we go forward the vibes. Yellow is the code everywhere. Somebody say yellow is the code. I seen that on Facebook. Yellow is the code everywhere. Brothers and sisters, all you come up and share the live now. We need a little more in that. Because what's happening is, and this is a fact, I'm going to explain to you exactly what is going to happen throughout this election here. Throughout this election here, people will be out and about trying to explain what the candidates say they're going to do. And people will be explaining what Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa explained that she's going to do. And if it is you get caught up and emotional, you will see videos like we saw this week, where people getting the opportunity to put out a video and telling you that you person to explain to people about children and children hungry and all them kind of thing. That is because you wasting that time to give them the attention. Let me tell you something. You can lead a horse, a donkey or a cow to water. It is not your responsibility to force it to drink. Have a caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. This is the first time I'm seeing this show, but I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, hearing you. Hello? Speak up, caller. I'm hearing you.
All right, all right. I just saw this somebody fixing something in front of you. But anyway, you were speaking about what the red or the yellow or any party might do or people coming to campaign.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not to me, to me, it is not what they would do. It's what I am doing and what I will do.
Right.
And we are responsible to hold whoever is there.
Yes.
Responsible and accountable. So we have a bigger job to do than they. They are just stragglers. They are they are coming to work for us, okay?
Yes.
So the important thing is we're not supposed to be sleeping or put them there and go and sit at another table, right? So to me, the important thing is what are we, the population, going to do? Because they are our servants, right? As you know, they come to serve us, and that's important. And then I don't believe in seasons. To me, there's not an election season because they have been there. You are there for the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, however, and I see your work. So I would see what you have done. You don't have to come and tell me I'm going to fix a road. I will see the roads you fixed, the water you brought, the houses you built, and I will also see what you did not do. And it's up to me to make a choice.
Yes.
So you don't have to come and kiss me and kiss my baby to tell me what you did. What you did is out there in public. You know, you're not coming from under a rock. So, well, that's just my little, I was listening to you, and that's my version, that everybody looks at what the politicians going to do and what they say they will do, you know, and so that doesn't make sense to me. But I'm listening first, and I'm hearing you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, caller. And caller, as you say that, right, I would explain to you why it would be important to somebody like me to listen what a government is offering. The fact that I have children going to school, it is my responsibility to listen to what our government is offering. And let me just say, I'm not even into politics for the past 10 or 15 years. But I also personally know as a human being and as a citizen, a government of a nation have a responsibility to its citizens in the nation. If the conversation we could boast about is that the government subsidize education, understand, when you go to the school and you listen to the structure and the responsibility of the security's responsibility is to guard the government assets. Now, when you get down to the nitty-gritty of the conversation, everything else is the asset except the children. This is facts. And as a parent, it is concerning to me. So something have to change. My responsibility is to look in the direction with those who see the same shortcomings that I see. This is why speaking to you from Point Fortin, you would look on my page, you could go on my page, Irvin Felix, and you would notice the person who vying for the position to be the next member of parliament. Although I put him down August, so that means he don't win the seat. But the fact that he is vying for the position and have enough sense to know that, listen to me, the last time a particular organization was wrong, squatters regularization was a very important issue. But certain organizations came into power, and for the past 10 years, no one had any conversation. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good morning.
Bless morning. Hey, bless morning.
Yes. What I have to say is, under the PNM government, in Tiaco here, there was a mobile unit with 2 police by the old Tiaco airport to protect the people in the whole airport, the prison, and the whole of the place. When that was under the PNM government, when Kamala comes in power, people write a letter to Dukaran.
Yeah.
Dukaran, God bless Mr. Rez. Dukaran and Mr. Rez take up the matter, and Kamala built that station for Tiaco to have a station. The people was living like, I can't tell you what. When Rowley come, Tiaco police station, you couldn't call for months. There was the phone. You couldn't get to the phone. For months, it didn't have car. The Bishop High School was closed down by Mr. Manning. My aunt and them go there. There was no lead. My aunt is 104 years. Victimization, because that was a UNC area. When Kamala come, she opened that school. Those were 2 important things that the UNC do. I don't know if people can see. The baby grant, food was more cheap. I don't, passage, school children, once I have, they used to go to school free in the bus.
Yes.
Elderly people running to meet the Chinese man. They said they want an African party, but they run in to meet the Chinese man. They ball in from the gallery. Bring him, I want to see him, or you get 0 on all your pension. And look at this dirty government. Look at this dirty government. If I work, I have $1 million in the bank, and I get a pension, that is what I work for, you know.
Thank you.
Them have millions, and they get a million, but they want to take pension as pension. If you go in the hospital, all the time the hospital didn't want chairs. All the time the hospital didn't want chairs.
Oh, gosh.
Now they put in chairs in the hospital. Now they're doing everything after 10 years. Why? All you, don't let them fool all you, especially all your pensioners and all you. And God, thank you, son. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your contribution, caller. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, we have a responsibility to listen to our elders. You might not agree with every single thing at every single time, but your responsibility as we move forward is to hold on to the facts. Listen to what Tanti said that she saw in her community. I just explained to you, the last time it had a squatters regularized program in Point 14 was under the UNC. Brothers and sisters, let me be real and reasonable. We are about to take a break and we'll be right back. So please stay tuned to Street 919. All you remember is all your boy Irvin. All you stay focused and stay blessed. We will be back. Love each and every one of all you. It's Blessed Saturday in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Trinidad. So hug your family, hug your loved ones, and call somebody who knows somebody and let them know. Real talk is on. All your boy Irvin is talking.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
And so, without regard for the rough seas we have faced, we remain resolute that the anchor holds. And we are so resolute because we know who is in our vessel. Because when Jesus is in the vessel, you could smile at any storm.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
And Deputy Political Leader Dr. Bremner raised a salient point, that this may very well be Tobago's last opportunity to be in a strong negotiating position when it comes to Tobago's autonomy.
Vote for the anchor. Vote TPP for Tobago East and West.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island. Now, let's welcome on stage none other than
One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queens Park, Savannah. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. The world boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Come over now, come over now.
VIP and VVIP tickets available at
519 Restaurant and Bar, C3 Mall, San Fernando, Pompey's Barbershop, Port Mall, Scarborough, Jade Monkey, Crown Point, Waterholics, Pigeon Point, and East Bay Fashion, Spring Garden Trace, and online on Island e-tickets. For more information or cabanas and special zones, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st. The world boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Powered by
California Stucco.
And sponsored by Cache.
Love, respect to Trinidad. It's always a pleasure.
Tobago! Get ready! The biggest, the baddest, and longest weekend of the year is coming! It is coming! From Friday, April 18th to Monday, April 21st, it's 4 days of non-stop vibes. Vibes Event Space. We're setting the week on fire! Ignite, the longest weekend kickoff on Friday, April 18th. The energy high, the music mud, the vibes explosive. A legendary event with legendary vibes. Drink specials all night. Free entry all weekend long. The longest weekend. The longest weekend at Vibes Event Space, formerly known as the Shade Night Club. It's more than a weekend. It's a movement. Tobago, get ready. The biggest, the baddest, and the longest hottest weekend of the year is coming.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be crazy. Man, you see that I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this.
Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen.
You can't win everything, brother.
The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April. Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Cliff Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
If the THA had the powers, then our public servants in Tobago will not be working on 2013 salaries. They are going to the parliament to treat with that.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
They are going there to ensure that we can finally, through the autonomy bills for Tobago, ensure that Tobagonians have more control over the public service.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
A pleasant good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This Saturday at 7 p.m., join political leader Kamala Prasad Bisesar at the United National Congress for a public meeting live from Northeastern College in Graham Trace, Sangre Grande. Let's discuss plans for development in addition to the unveiling of candidates. Join us on Saturday from 7 p.m. as you get ready to win. The HDC is making it easier to secure your lease. Now is the time to take control and legally occupy an HDC unit with its regularization process. Don't wait, start your application today. Visit the HDC website at www.hdc.gov.tt or WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013. Frequently asked questions. Be at peace. Pay for frequently asked questions. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease today. The biggest Eid sale is on at Furniture Plus. Come enjoy massive savings store-wide. Shop living room furniture from as low as $540. Shop queen mattresses from as low as $699. Bedroom furniture from as low as $989. Smart TVs from as low as $1,407. Appliances from as low as $1,759 and much more. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines travel miles when you shop with us. No cash? Buy now. Pay later with affordable higher purchase plans. All Furniture Plus stores open today. Check press and social media for details. Don't miss the biggest Eid sale at Furniture Plus. Port of Spain, Point Fortin, it's your turn to roll over laughing. Randy Glasgow Productions alternates Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring Damian Melville in concert is coming to Queen's Hall Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaikal Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Get tickets today and save $50 before all are gone at advertised outlets nationwide. For more info, call the 24-hour Comedy Festival hotline at 774-5555. Hurry in for Eid sale at Furniture Plus. Shops of Arima Store and San Juan open today. The Street 919 FM is your platform for informed debate and critical thinking as we dive into the heart of political and social issues, empowering you to make informed decisions. Join our Facebook community, The Street 919 FM, and connect with like-minded individuals. Share your thoughts, engage in constructive dialogue, and stay updated. Follow, like, and share, and be part of the movement. The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plagues us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamflair. Telephone number 736-93962. Every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe. You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mondays at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Trauma and Bereavement, Tuesdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., The Law and You, Wednesdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Dealing with Disabilities. Every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., all-night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You would also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. For further information, call 753-1113 or 236-7271.
All right. Blessed good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank our sister with today's ad. And again, we want to encourage brothers and sisters to get the relevant information out there to people in society, because at the end of the day, everybody shops and everybody want to know where to get good products. So if you're tuning in to 91.9, and whether it's a PNM, it's a UNC, INTA, or whatever you are, you're listening to conversation, well, then it's your responsibility to allow the citizens to connect with your products. When you call, speak up a little bit, please, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Again, the numbers to call is 342-0081, 466-5391. And here is, I want to touch on something with the young lady who just called. I'll call she a young lady. The young lady who just called. Tans has something to say here, and before the next caller come in, I hope I get to finish. I understand where you're coming from, because just like yourself, I did the same thing done by me. I had an opportunity to continue getting things, and I decided to support the People's National Movement. My reason was that my cousin got an opportunity. But I have to be a big man with Trinidad and Tobago. I must be a responsible person when it comes to Point Fortin. So I understand what it is you saying, that you could sit back as an elderly person in Trinidad and Tobago and listen 10 budget read, and not one person decide to think about the elderly of Trinidad and Tobago. So I understand it. Facebook, I understand. I seen all you're going through there. But don't get no harass. with all of these unnecessary comments coming from the PNM supporters there, because they might be getting a little phone card today, Saturday, so everybody will get to watch a little YouTube this afternoon, that is not a problem. What we have to do this afternoon is hold on to the facts. And the facts is, crime is outrageous. The facts is, agriculture is at its worst. The facts is, we left the police service out there to fend for themselves, where the conversation reached to in Trinidad and Tobago, that the police is doing the best with what they have. This is after year we listen billions of dollars in budgets. I asking brothers and sisters this afternoon, especially those of you in the People's National Movement, 324-008-466-5391. I am giving you an opportunity this afternoon on national radio. Explain to me, Irvin Felix from Point Fortin, who is sitting with a candidate that is the name Ernesto Raymond Kiza under a UNC ticket, being endorsed by the OWTU, well-known, well-spoken, well-hard-working man. You give me an explanation. Give me a reason to not to vote for UNC in Point. I'm asking for that today. And while I wait on these calls, UNC people feel free to call in too, you know, because if yellow is the code. Yellow is the code, so you could just call in and we just make it clear one time. But we go in with the facts. The facts is what is happening and where Trinidad and Tobago is at today. We can't continue that way. I see a commenter now on that. Right? I see a commenter put up that they need to remove certain persons and get me on in the week. At the end of the day, everybody watching, you had the responsibility to say it. And if I'm saying that Mr. IWER trying to make the adjustments, well then endorse it. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon to you.
Bless good afternoon, sir.
While everything you have said, except a few things.
Speak up a little more louder, please, call.
I said that while many things that you have said and the way you have constructed your statements make a lot of sense, you ask perfectly good questions. There are some things that you are saying, and I want to have a bit of a conversation with you quickly on it.
Yes, man.
Good. I would agree with you. The performance for the last 9 years is very lackluster.
Yes, sir.
Right? I expected a whole lot more from an individual who had about 5 different PMs before him. I would have felt that, and he had been around a long time. Yes. He know how the things go.
Yes.
He know how we had palaver place. He know all about how the thing used to go and how to reset the thing appropriately on behalf of the people.
Yes.
And that did not happen, so I agree. But here's where I want to go with you. The lady have some friends and colleagues who have said some things about her.
Right, so that is me too, eh? When you go there, that is me too. So let me be real.
And the kind of things that they have said about the lady, right? Were those things propaganda, or was those things credible stuff that her closest friends said about her?
And that question, that question that you asked there is our next reason why we have to vote out the PNM. Because they had control over the police service. They had control over... Hold on, caller. Let me be real and reasonable with the conversation.
Go ahead.
A man sit down and talk something. Listen. A man sit down and talk something. This is like you being in your house this blessed Saturday. And hold on. Just now, caller, let me just make it as simple. A man sit down and talk something. You in your house this Saturday morning, hear the talk that your neighbor, God forbid, either assaulting or sexually assaulting somebody in that house, and you know the person underage. Mind me, you don't get the information, eh? What is your responsibility?
Hold a second here, right? You're complicating the whole simple question, and I don't want it to get complicated. I am asking you, the lady had some very good friends.
Right.
If you and I have very good friends, when we bring people around us in such important situations and circumstances,
right,
those people are supposed to be people who are responsible-minded, and they are supposed to be credible.
Right.
Some of these people who made these statements acted as PM while she was gone.
Right.
So she trusted them.
Yes.
Those same persons have turned around and they have said some very disparaging and concerning things about her.
Right.
So the question I'm asking you, if the things that these people who were close to her have said about her and about the entire party, you tell me, how in heaven's name are they going to get the people who are not the sycophants like me?
Right.
The people like me who not really picking no sides.
Right. You just listening for proper.
How are they going to get me to be convinced that she and her people, her yellow jersey side, is going to be a good alternative? How is that going to happen?
All right.
Because if the things that they said about her is accurate, and I'm saying if it is her friends
this is
her colleagues of high order.
This is where I come from, caller. When I ask you is who responsibility? Because the question is if it was accurate. The question is if it was accurate. Listen, let me hold on to the facts of the conversation now.
Yeah, go ahead. If it was
people who are wrong her, they had a disagreement. Correct me when I start to go wrong. They had a disagreement. And everybody know in Trinidad and Tobago is bacchanal and confusion. Despite that, while the bacchanal and the confusion was going on and all the talk and who say who do this and who tiptoe through that and who did this, I want to ask you a personal question. When it came to governance, was public servants being paid?
If they was being paid?
Yeah. Month to month.
I think it's a nonsensical situation. If I was a
I'm just
servant,
asking you a question because based on what it is you're asking me, you're going with what it is somebody spoke about before. Hold on, caller. Let me finish this sentence here. What it is you call me to ask me about and to talk about is something that somebody, an activity that a former leader, either they was practicing or allegedly was practicing in their personal timing. My concern right now and has always been, you see, when you get the opportunity to go and sit down in Parliament, and when it's time to make a decision based on the country, go ahead. Go ahead, caller.
The entire 41, paid themselves big money, while they left all the public servants and they with only about, some of them even get no 4% or whatever.
True.
If I was a public servant, that wasn't going to happen under my watch if I was a public servant. But
Right.
the unsuspecting population, hold on, the unsuspecting population is very complacent. They don't understand that they're the government. And so they acquiesce to all kinds of nonsense.
Yes.
And this is the problem.
Yes.
But the point I'm making to you here is, okay, how are you going to get, first of all, on the red jersey side, you do not see any of these disparaging comments. On the red jersey side, you do not have, I cannot think of anybody who would have made any disparaging statement and then they want to walk back the dog or they want to unring the bell on the statement.
Now, you can't say that. You cannot say that. You can't say that.
Point out to me.
Caller, you cannot say that because there are videos with Ms. Camille Robinson-Regis explaining to Trinidad and Tobago, Rowley is the worst representative, the worst leader, and there are videos with Ms. same Camille Robinson-Regis telling the population that he's the best prime minister, so you cannot say that.
Well, you must bring that to the
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Because people like myself and many of my friends, they are not aware of none of these things.
Caller, thank you very much for this call. Thank you.
Right? Bring all your, if they hit you a slap, bring back a slap.
Right. Right.
That's how a boxing match is won.
Lovely. Lovely. Caller, watch me. Caller, thank you very much for this contribution.
I'm not picking no sides, you know.
Right.
I'm asking you how you expect the people out there to factorize after all of these disparaging things have been said by insiders. And let me just tell you something. There's some people who are going to say to you, why you give me all this time? Why you allow me to speak with you like this? Because you know why? They want to bob and weave and they want to duck and hide from the real conversation. Them two dumb and dumber you have in the evening sometimes. They have a microphone. I'm going at them.
Listen. Caller. Caller, you can't do me that on my first day. You can't do me that on my first day. You can't call my co-workers and then you can't do me that.
Last long. May you last long. You started
Thank
off
you.
very good. And you know what you did? You allowed for a sensible conversation to take place.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
You're coming the right time.
Yes, man. Thank you much. And I would answer that just now for you.
Yes. Fleeting.
Next. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. First time caller to the station.
First time caller. Bless good afternoon. Where you from, sir?
I from right Faizabad.
Faizabad, big up yourself, man. Bless good afternoon, Faizabad. Go ahead.
Okay. I come with some disappointed topic, but I just wanted to prove me wrong.
Yes.
Under a house with a mother and a father, children might hear outside the works at their parents. And these children inside this house might hear the works at their parents. So they will compare. Boy, my parents treat me better than how your parents treated you, and this and that and that thing. Anyhow, but what I'm saying is that, to put it in a nutshell, let me say Kamala Prasad Bisasa run the country for 5 years.
Yeah.
The opposition leader, once you work, he have to come up with topics and all kind of nice thing and all kind of things that the people want to hear, and put it in such a way that the people must believe in him.
Yes.
Believe in the opposition. And this is what Keith Rowley did greatly in his term of being our opposition. Because a man like Andre Roger and all the union leaders, them is bright, brilliant fella, and Keith Christopher Rowley catch them to walk with him and protest with him and prove that Kamala was doing wrong. And catch plenty educated people and sensible people to prove that Kamala was doing wrong. No. For the first 5 years, Kamala and the Yellow Jersey people.
Boy, I love where you're going.
Opportunity. Listener, for the 5 years, Kamala and the Yellow people Jersey get the opportunity to prove that the PNM was correct. By the PNM providing for the people for the first 5 years. Watch how nice this country went for the last 9.5 years. The UNC dressed back, still assists people for the first 5 years. And when you check the first 5 years that the PNM run the country, if you have to compare it with the 5 years that the UNC run the country, and the loss of elections due to propaganda, I have to say it's propaganda now, because sensible people had sided with Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Sensible people, all the sensible people that had sided with Keith Christopher Rowley, according to the caller just now, prove me wrong. They going back to the Yellow Jersey and realize, oh God.
All right, caller.
We thought family was bad.
Caller, I'll catch you with this, right? We are about to go into a commercial again. Please call back, right? But let me explain this to you before we head into this commercial here. When you say all the sensible persons supported and we could say vote for Keith Christopher Rowley, let me explain something to you. All right, caller. Let me explain something to you. My name is Irvin Felix. I had an opportunity to endorse and promote my cousin. I come from the electoral district of Point 14. The only reason why PNM get my vote was because my cousin get an opportunity. Now listen, why I endorse my cousin getting an opportunity, because the elders in Point 14, they say over the years they have been receiving representation from the PNM who keep getting major positions. So not me, Point 14, hold on, caller, because you now put people voting on UNC and everybody has sense. And people voting for PNM and who was working with Patrick Manning. So I'm now explaining to you the reason why plenty of the people vote. The reason why the OWTU walked with Mr. Rowley is because they were expecting that Petrotrin be invested in. They wasn't expecting a closed company and all the workers home, where men lose their livelihood, their children cannot go off to college. Come on, let me be real. Businesses are to close. Look at Marabella today. Look at Laramie today. Look at Point 14 today. So you ask me if it make any sense that the OWTU come to Trinidad and Tobago and ask them to hold on to a regime that make sure that the people who actually was making the resources to take care of this nation unemployed. How could you market that and let we be real and reasonable? So while you might say that people who have sense walked with Rowley, while you might say people who have sense walked with the PNM, them is the same people today understand. Go ahead. Caller, you can't be stomaching on me, man. There's a show, man. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are about to go in a commercial. Call back, please, now. Please, you can't be stomaching on me. I got opportunity. Today is my first day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's share the live. We are at Street 919. Yes, we find ourselves in blessed Port of Spain. So whether you're in Sandy Grande, in Rio Claro, you could be in Cedros, area in Buenos Aires or Caracas. Whether you're on the East-West Corridor, you're in Edinburgh 500. You could be anywhere in Port of Spain. I want to say blessed good afternoon to you. Once you are 919 listener and caller, despite where you politically stand, blessed good afternoon to you. We will be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We have some bills to pay.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You citizens, you will be the real heroes in this story. Do not be afraid. No weapon formed against us shall ever prosper.
This is a public service announcement.
So tonight I want to take a moment.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Kamala Prasad Bisasa. I am the proud daughter of Rita Prasad. Together with my father, they created the first woman Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't run away from any fight. My wounds are on my chest because I lead my party from the front. We are strategic. We are highly focused. We are well prepared. With your help, on April 20th, I will be the second female Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
General elections Monday, 28 April 2025. The Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
And so, without regard for the rough seas we have faced, we remain resolute that the anchor holds. And we are so resolute because we know who is in our vessel. Because when Jesus is in the vessel, you could smile at any storm.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
And Deputy Political Leader Dr. Bremner raised a salient point that this may very well be Tobago's last opportunity to be in a strong negotiating position when it comes to Tobago's autonomy.
Vote for the anchor. Vote TPP for Tobago East and West.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Are you ready for the biggest musical event in Tobago for 2025? The Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival comes to you April 17th to 20th. 3 nights of unforgettable music and memories that will last a lifetime.
Said I wanna be known, not for whom you think I am.
Get your physical tickets now in Tobago. Ted Arthur, corner Ross and Burnett Street, Uptown Scarborough. Waterholics, Pigeon Point Road. Pablo's Supermarket, Argyle Main Road.
Dominion Appliance, Scipio Trace Conby. All Penny Savers Supermarkets. Tobago Festivals Commission Limited Office, Smithfield Plaza, Scarborough.
All Cachet stores. All Ecliff Eli outlets. Ticket pricing. Melodies from Heaven. General $250. VIP $500. Buku Seafood and Jazz. General $500. VIP $1,000. Fusion
General $500. VIP $1,200. All tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
You're occupying a home and need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace, so secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the Street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
If the THA had the powers, then our public servants in Tobago will not be working on 2013 salaries. They are going to the parliament to treat with that.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
They are going there to ensure that we can finally, through the autonomy bills for Tobago, ensure that Tobagonians have more control over the public service.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back once again. You know, it's your boy Irvin, and I just want to encourage you to share the live, call somebody who knows somebody and let them know that Irvin is on, and my brothers and sisters out there listening directly on the radio are wishing you all a blessed Saturday afternoon. And I'm watching some comments on YouTube, and I'm watching some things on Facebook. So here what we're going to do. This is why I'm telling ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, wherever you politically stand, I want to give the PNM an opportunity, right? Call you call back just now. Let me explain this, and then I'll take a call while we give. You see, to all the PNM brothers and sisters who totally displeased that people decide to use the democratic right in this country to look for good governance, despite the mistakes that we make supporting certain people in the past. We ain't holding on to the past, we're holding on to the facts. So I want brothers and sisters, you see, I see somebody put up on YouTube that UNC using Jay-Z's song for this Olo man. That is not the issue in Trinidad and Tobago. So I need you to come off of this phone now. Utilize these numbers, 324-0081, 466-5391. I need every single person in the PNM, all you call in, and testify about the blessings that all you received in all your community. You had the opportunity, you had the floor this afternoon. You call in and explain to us, those of us who are on radio and on YouTube and on Facebook, explain to us how safe you feel in your community. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, my
Bless good afternoon.
Are you hearing me loud? Because the last caller before you was, although I'm glad it was soft he was singing, but because he was talking one set of crap. You hear me loud?
I hear you clear.
All right. No, because on the radio you're hearing it have certain numbers that you call the station, you're hearing very, very soft.
Oh.
Okay, what I wanted to ask you, do you listen to the programs in the afternoon time like TC and Heavy?
Yes.
All right. Well, then you should have a good idea who's the callers, who like the PNM caller who's not PNM neither for the yellow jersey or the pink jersey, who was criticizing TC and Heavy. Right, that PNM caller, I'd say that he neutral. It has certain people. You just have to, if you say is listen to the programs, you should know callers who is what side they're on, and they try to twist things to make it look like if they're independent and they're not no independent at all. Right? they talk about what all 41 members enjoying the get this big money and so on. Who it is the government? Is the government who increased the salary?
Thank you.
Can't do nothing. But I just hate to hear these people and them. You understand?
True.
Everybody 41 of them raised their salary. The 41 of them raised no salary. When Kamala Prasad says, I said, everyone debated. Rowley said, the Bully say, no, we are debating that thing.
True.
He want the money.
That is true.
He ride out into the sunset.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So you have to understand these callers and them, right? He wanted to make it look like the both of them made the same because why? Let me tell you what happened. What I realized for donkey years. I'm 50-something years old.
Yeah.
So I out here a long time. These people and them, because they're not getting the way and because the party failed them, they want to blame the both parties and say the both is the same, which is not.
Nah, this is why we here, caller. We here to break the difference and show the difference.
Exactly. As the other one give you things, as this one coming, he take back and he tax you on top of everything.
Yes.
How many taxes you get for vehicle tax? Right now on the road, is all kind of different chat you have to be on, so you can where police and license officer giving you sharing tickets, right? And these people I'm talking a certain nonsense about the both are the same and trying to engage you in foolish talk. Now tell you, if you listen to the programs, you know who the callers, who is who. Right?
Thank you very much, caller.
So you have a great day. Let me give somebody else a chance.
Bless good afternoon. Thank you very much. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon again.
Yeah, man. Speak a little louder, caller.
Okay, here now. What I was trying to explain and say in a point of view now, when they realize for the first 5 years, Kamala get voted out for the work they was doing, and realize that the PNM government have nothing. Not even quarter the percentage what they speak about. They could prove that they do better than Kamala them. Kamala them still get an opportunity again for next 5 years for the Keith Christopher Rowley administration to prove themselves again that they could make up for the first 5 years Kamala them the people partnership government.
Caller. Let me don't make the program about propaganda. Here what to do. Remix and come back. Let me don't make this about propaganda, right? And let me break down exactly what it is you're trying to do there. Bless good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something there, right? The caller talking about UNC and PNM get the first 5 years to show UNC this, and then PNM get the next 5 years to show UNC that, and that is the problem right there. The PNM has been in power and they continue to call UNC name, they call Ms. Kamala Prasad Bissessa name, they call Philip name, they call Gary name, they call everybody name. You know, the only thing they did not do is work on behalf of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So caller, don't understand where you're coming from. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. I'm not walking on the program going on. I'm Southie, everything cool?
Yes, man, everything bless, everything bless.
So that quarter trying to tell you, get about next term again?
Get who? Your man?
We give them 2 terms and this country mash up. Because after I listened to the meeting, I had told you, I think, say, the government approved some money for the school to build. So them now looking at what our schooling with the meeting out in the last night.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with PNM plan them boys? Them try to come and pop and show people right sure. Them going to make promises, you know. And I heard the new Prime Minister now, small pen. They don't blame me for the foreign exchange in the country. Don't blame the government for that.
Oh gosh.
We see them already taking people for clung by.
Yeah.
But I know I'm coming in, I must settle them myself. And I come in this KFC here. You know, I like to keep it real and keep the fire blazing.
All right. Let me ask you a question, Let me ask you a question, caller. Caller? Where's the code down by you? Because I keep hearing about a code. Where's the code down by you?
Yellow is the code.
Well, all right then.
Everybody wins.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon. This
But-
is Granny.
How you do, miss?
Granny again.
How you do, Granny?
The first election that went with the UNC, that election, people didn't finish vote. Let me let people understand. Understand. They didn't finish vote, and Rowley come out and say, stop the voting because rain falling. So
Yeah.
that was a stole election.
Yes.
Second time, let the people remember, count the council election votes, count the next day. But the general election, this man come out on CNC while news was going on and say, we win the election, we win the election. What's wrong with these people? The election was not fair. It was not fair.
True. I remember that election.
And listen what they do. They said they're not going to close on Tetratin. They said they're not going to stop the gate program, all the campaign. Camera go stop it. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. My grandson cried too. But medical students cry all in the streets of San Fernando.
Yeah, ma'am.
And Puna, I can't cry again to say I couldn't
Oh, gosh.
cry. Third year medical students had to drop out bright children because the parents could not afford it. With Rowley, Sortiang, the that oxygen one, the four of them were they like flashbang and galvanized.
Jesus.
The four of them were they like flashbang and galvanized. They deprive a child going to school from 3 years where the parents make sacrifice, the house leaking, become a second-year medical student and cannot afford third, fourth, and fifth year. Not Rowley and them flashbang and galvanized.
Oh,
They're
gosh.
flying all on the streets, asking business people to see if they could get help. A business person cannot help you for 3 years.
Jesus.
My grandson was in it too.
Oh, gosh.
My grandson. You hear?
Mommy, don't worry. Mommy, don't worry. We're going to make the right decision come April 28th.
Yeah,
Don't worry. We're going to get back on track.
If they don't vote to NC, Crapo smoke the pipe,
Oh, gosh.
they will eat an axe and number 2 a stone. The only thing they have to do now, yellow is the code.
Yellow is the code. When the elders have spoken, we have a responsibility. Mom, you could say that again. Yes, bless good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, sir.
Bless good afternoon, sir.
Well, I am 71 years old, right?
71 years. Bless good afternoon, enough respect.
I've been through many elections. But I want to know, why is it when UNC is power, this phrases emanate out of play? We in power now, we and them. We in power now. What does that statement mean?
What statement? Come back again with that caller. Come back again.
Is we in power now? Is we and them? What does that statement mean? Is that our government inclusive of everybody?
Right.
But when UNC is in power, this statement is
Papa,
we and them now.
Papa, I could explain that to you. I could break down that to you. That's a small thing for me to tell you one time.
Yeah,
Because when the UNC win, right, obviously the majority of the people who came out to vote, they voted for UNC. So when they say we win, they're talking about everybody? Is all that we win?
I'm not talking about we win. We talk about is we and them now.
Is we and who now?
We and the party who lose.
Papa, this is a conversation. And I would like for you to explain to me personally who and what you're speaking about. Because I would want to assume you're an African. Yeah, well, hear me. I understand where you're coming from.
That's a racist statement that comes from the UNC overall.
Yes, that way you're saying, right?
A racist statement.
All right.
You understand?
I understand where you're getting harassed with.
Thank you.
Lovely. So my brothers and sisters in the United National Congress, to those who does pronounce it ever so often, or if you does pronounce it, people getting harassed with it, so let we fix the problem. If we have to fix the country, let we help fix ourselves first, right? So where Papa say he not saying he mind supporting, he never verbalize he mind voting, but what he's saying is that some of the statements. So if some of the statements that we making, especially on social media, but nobody can tell we, don't say yellow is the code. Nobody can tell you don't type up yellow is the code, yellow is the code, yellow is the code. But if what Papa saying, he just feel a particular type of way when these statements make, well then let we adjust ourselves so that brothers and sisters could come out and vote comfortably and know that here we're going on. We make mistakes along the way. The man without sin, let him pelt real big stone. As much as we could sit down and speak about Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa, boy, as much as you could tell me about Miss Kamala and Mr. Jack Warner, and this is my argument here and this is my conversation that I've been saying. Miss Kamala and Mr. Jack Warner, because we put some handle on these cops this afternoon. Miss Kamala and Mr. Jack Warner fall out. Miss Kamala and different people fall out. You know what it is I see Miss Kamala continue to do? You see, for the betterment at Trinidad and Tobago, she would make the relevant adjustments. You know what I see with Mr. Jack Warner? This is to the African population in Trinidad and Tobago who could to call people dotish and foolish and use this type of outer timing words towards your own brothers and sisters and then flip it and say everybody else calling we that. Everybody else probably calling you that. They don't call me that. Mr. Jack Warner and Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa, two successful people in the field. I mean, a dear African in Trinidad and Tobago, tell me who has climbed higher than the vice president of FIFA. And Mr. Jack Warner, despite all the arguments, all the fallouts, decided to put all of that aside for the betterment of his nation. So that he could be an example, so that people could look at, yes, we might fall out. And as human beings, we just tell each other very hurtful things. Hurtful things. But for the betterment of this country, if we allow this country to continue being on autopilot, ladies and gentlemen, it's sad to say, but we're heading straight to sanctions. No matter how I tell people this in this country, we see picture with the former Prime Minister in our Congo line. But the newspapers and all the articles throughout this nation explain that the PNM Executive Prime Minister that's sitting today, because that is not the People's Prime Minister, the PNM Executive Prime Minister that's sitting in office today, brothers and sisters, we have to understand what it is we're seeing before our eyes. They took a skillful, successful person and how she explaining last night about what Miss Jolene John did for them. And that is campaigning. They boasting about the products that UNC put out. I asked the PNM people who up and about and zigzagging on the chat, hang up your phone a little bit, come off of that. The numbers is 3420081 4665391. You call in and tell me the upliftment in your community. Call in and tell me what it is the PNM did to bring direct impact to your family and your children's education. Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, mobile.
Irvin.
See that PNM take off from them? Them is only coming on election time when it's black conscious. You hear me?
Yes, man. Thank you.
Right? I see the minister for Port of Spain, so Keith Scotland, right? I see him playing football when you see them down there. That fish market down, bring down for years under the PNM. They fix that fish market there. I see a school closely by office there. The friends that's going up taller and taller every day. They fix that school. St. Philip School, they fix that school. Well, I went down the Duncan Street and I can get more worse. You see rubbish, the plants of them dirty and stink and nasty. And them telling me, I see the blackest man and the blackest man in a football match. I never see you roll with your own black brother.
Yeah.
Walking up and having a drink with him. You're telling me now.
You're telling me.
But you love to understand, one of them evil wicked PNM and then they can't put you on no race for no. People voting for opportunities and betterment for the children.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And where is the code down by you, caller?
Code yellow right now. We put flags out here. Right now, yellow down. Me play with them.
Thank you very much, caller. Well,
There's nasty evil PNM. Fire burn the PNM, boy.
Locked on and listening. Bless good afternoon, caller.
We hear your voice very pronounced, but the callers we could hardly hear.
Oh gosh. They'll go fix that.
That's not the callers, right?
Don't worry, they'll go fix that.
Yeah, right now, because for the past 3 callers, I hardly hear what they're saying.
All right, I'll go ask them to speak up.
Please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bless good afternoon, caller. And as you call, we ask that you speak up a little louder.
Hello?
Hi, bless good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Hello, you hear me? Caller, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Bless good afternoon.
Hello?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're at it, I want to touch on 2 topics here before we even go forward, right? This is me breaking down if it is a government actually care about you. And this is me hoping that the United National Congress and those vying to run and govern Trinidad and Tobago take what is being said into consideration. Hold on, I see the same caller calling back, so let me take this one before I discuss what I'm saying. Bless good afternoon, caller.
Afternoon, first-time caller.
First-time caller?
First-time caller, first-time caller to the station, first-time listening to the station. I just going through the stations and I came up on your program.
All right, thank you very much for calling in, caller. And once again, we ask you that you connect it to your phone. The Street 919 is where relevant information would be coming out this election. Because we have 25 days and we want to make an informed decision. Go ahead.
So hence the reason for my call. I'm from the south. I come from a red stronghold. I come from a family where red is it or nothing else.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, we need to vote. We need to think about the issues. We need to think about the past 10 years. We need to think about our future.
Yes.
I am not on any particular side.
Yes.
I am not too young but not too old person. And I'm looking at the issues. What I want to say is that each one of us have been affected by the policies.
Yes.
Have been affected by the non or the inactive treatment by the current dispensation.
Yes.
We need to think about food. We need to think about the future of our children. I have 3 adults who have degrees and they can't get jobs. What are we doing? We can't be doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. And people are talking about, okay, we're looking at the faults in the other party. We have a party that we have no experience. How you would know if you never give them a chance? We have a party with past experiences. Everybody, every family does quarrel. Right? I know who I'm not voting for. You understand? And it can't be worse than this.
Yeah.
I am willing to give somebody else another chance.
Yes.
Because it cannot get worse than this.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying to my citizens.
And that is as real.
Stability is one thing. What we call it? Family voting is another thing.
Yes.
Race is another thing. I think we should move away from all of this and think about you as an individual.
Yes.
Every one of us dig deep inside and vote sense. Give
Yes.
somebody else a chance because we have seen for the past 10 years what is happening. And I rest my case. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you very, very much for that contribution, caller.
You're welcome.
And ladies and gentlemen, I understand you listen to the sentiments coming from the caller's voice. And a lot of people find themselves in that position today based on the information that we have been hearing over the years. If you vote for them, and how much this one do for you, and how much that one do for you, and how much this one want to do for you, and who take money from you, and who do this and all this thing. But the facts continue to remain, brothers and sisters, that when we vote, we have a responsibility to vote on upliftment. We have to vote on progress. We have to vote... All right. I hear that. Yeah. Right? When we vote, we have to vote on actually uplifting our community. And brothers and sisters, it might be a hard pill to swallow because you continue doing the same thing over and over. But I'm continuing to tell you that this election is not one to play with, and I'm being as real as possible. We've done it already. We're in 2025, and it's only fair. If we don't have one prime minister going home with 3 million, we end up with a prime minister that we did not have an opportunity to vote for. Well, then I see it fair and I see it fit that 2025 is a good year for we to make a record and have 3 prime ministers. While we at it, based on what was done before with the United National Congress, 5 years, partner, you calling in to talk about what PNM tell we about while they was in power, still talking about Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa 5 years. Are not embarrassed and shame about those activities? Let us be real and reasonable. Look at where our children are in 2025. The #1 and the loudest school down by me, which is Vesini Secondary School, had to over 2 days back to back because it didn't have water. It did not have adequate water for the children nor the staff to function comfortably in the school. Well, it's time for we to be real and reasonable. This thing is not about race. It's about representation. So if Port of Spain, Sour, and the East West Corridor, if Marabella, Point Fortin, Erin, and Buenos Aires say yellow is the code, well, yellow is the code. Brothers and sisters, we'll be right back.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
The countdown has begun. One Caribbean Music Festival. This is not just a concert. This is an experience. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. Vybz Kartel. Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queen's Park, Savannah. A movement. A moment in history. The undisputed icon, Vybz Kartel. Oh, you love the touch. See, don't gonna cheer where you want so much. Delivering a performance like never before. One Caribbean Music Festival. Straight from Portmore to the Queen's Park, Savannah. The world boss returns. And he's not coming along. May 31st, 2025. Queen's Park, Savannah.
Get your tickets at online on Island e-Tickets. For more information, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival.
Powered by
California Stucco
Company Limited and sponsored by Cash.
The World Boss returns.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Attention members of Lambo Credit Union. Are you ready to step up and make a difference? We are looking for dedicated, passionate members just like you to serve on our board of directors, supervisory committee, and credit committee. This is your chance to shape the future of your credit union. Nomination forms are available on our website at www.lambocreditunion.com and at both branches of the Lambo Credit Union. But hurry, submissions close Friday, April 4th at 3:30 p.m. Join us in strengthening our financial future together by serving in a leadership role. Serve, lead, and be the change. Call us at 639-5060 for more details. Lambo Credit Union, always here for you.
Active General Traders Limited launches our AC Delco Tobago Service Center, now conveniently located in number 100 Sherwood Park, Conby, Tobago. We are the importers and distributors for the most famous and reliable battery brands such as AC Delco, Aurora, and Zahi. Also available are the AGM Start-Stop Marine and commercial batteries with warranties for up to 36 months. For more info, call us today at 639-8592 or email us at activegen.tt@gmail.com. AC Delco Service Center, where we have a battery for every need and a price for every budget. Nobody beats AC Delco. Nobody.
Get ready for the ultimate fair and party experience. Bishop's High School Tobago presents Nostalgia, Nostalgia, Fair and Party. On Sunday, March 30th, 2 epic events, one unforgettable day. From 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Come and enjoy games, food, prizes, and pure family fun. From 7:30 p.m. the party begins with top DJs and Saki.
Of course you're in trouble. You end up in the circle and it just start to bubble up.
Get your tickets today. Nostalgia, fair and party. Yeah, cause we outside.
We there. It's Saki.
Tobago! After the Rhythm and Soul Festival Fusion Sunday, all roads lead to Vibes Event Space. All roads lead to Vibes Event Space. Formerly known as the Shade Nightclub. For the after party, it's where everyone's gonna be. Where will you be?
Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
And so, without regard for the rough seas we have faced, we remain resolute that the anchor holds. And we are so resolute because we know who is in our vessel. Because when Jesus is in the vessel, you could smile at any storm.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
And Deputy Political Leader Dr. Bremner raised a salient point that this may very well be Tobago's last opportunity to be in a strong negotiating position when it comes to Tobago's autonomy.
Vote for the anchor. Vote TPP for Tobago East and West.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be a crazy. Man, you see that what I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this.
Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen.
You can't win everything, brother.
The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cachet stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Clip Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cachet, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
If the THA had the powers, then our public servants in Tobago will not be working on 2013 salaries. They are going to the parliament to treat with that.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
They are going there to ensure that we can finally, through the autonomy bills for Tobago, ensure that Tobagonians have more control over the public service.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Good.
This Saturday at 7 p.m., join political leader Kamala Prasad-Bisesar and the United National Congress for a public meeting live from the Northeastern College in Graham Trace, Sangre Grande. Let's discuss plans for development in addition to unveiling of candidates. Join us on Saturday from 7 p.m. as you get ready to win. The HDC is making it easier to secure your lease. Now is the time to take control and legally occupy an HDC unit with its regularization process. Don't wait. Start your application today. Visit the HDC website at www.hdc.gov.tt or WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 for frequently asked questions. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease. The biggest Eat sale is on at Furniture Plus. Come enjoy massive savings store-wide. Shop living room furniture from as low as $540. Queen mattresses from as low as $699. Bedroom furniture from as low as $989. Smart TVs from as low as $1,407. Appliances from as low as $1,759 and much more. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines travel miles when you shop with us. No cash? Buy now. Pay later with affordable hire purchase plans. All Furniture Plus stores open today. Check press and social media for details. Don't miss the biggest Eid sale at Furniture Plus. The Street 919 FM is your platform for informed debate and critical thinking as we dive into the heart of political and social issues, empowering you to make informed decisions. Join our Facebook community, The Street 919 FM, and connect with like-minded individuals. Share your thoughts, engage in constructive dialogue, and stay updated. Follow, like, and share, and be part of the movement. The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plagues us are not happening to us, but are happening within us. Within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the Healthiest Corner on Earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamflair. Telephone number 736-3962. Every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe. You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mondays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and bereavement. Tuesdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with disabilities. Every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all-night prayer live on the Street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You would also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. For further information, call 753-1113 or 236-7271.
Once again, Trinidad and Tobago, brothers and sisters, those of you taking us in on Facebook, on YouTube, on the World Wide Web, wherever you are, and brothers and sisters, most of you especially on national radio, we want to thank you all for tuning in with us. Again, we have a little 14 minutes, and we're about to head into a commercial, but we will have to summarize this conversation. I must do the responsible thing and let you know tomorrow, please the Lord, between the hours of 2 to 5, I will be back up. And if it is you're enjoying the program and we're looking for some sort of conversation, please reach out. Again, we are at Street 919. And I must say, because you know I'm a very observant fella. So this is a call to Blue Waters and Disani and all these people and them who are out and about. Election is in the air. If your water that good, remember, Street 919, brothers and sisters, needs to know where to get the quality product. Reach out to the management and staff. Ladies and gentlemen, as we say, we at Street 919, we at IWER's house, where democracies continue to flow. We'll be right back.
This meal tip is being brought to you by Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If your day is hectic and there's no time to cook, save time. The Castle is known for tasty chicken, but have you tried our rotisserie chicken? Pick up a single meal of a quarter rotisserie chicken and any one side. Choose from crinkle cut fries, creamy potato salad, tasty coleslaw, or fresh salad. If you really like rotisserie, try one entire chicken. We even have the banquet special, a bigger meal for the entire family of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides and a 2-liter soft drink. Make sure to pick up some of our creamy honey mustard sauce or tempting pepper sauce and have a delicious, satisfying lunch or dinner. Pop into a branch close to you. See you at Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the Castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
Right. Blessed good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. We have 11 minutes. So I want to take this time here, radio. Callers, hold on hand for a second. Let we have a serious, constructive conversation. We will understand where I'm at. And this conversation is pertaining to especially the people in the People's National Movement. All your diehard, born and bred, backbone, PNM, we are shifting, and everybody else, racial and so forth. Let we have a serious conversation today. Today we find ourselves in Trinidad and Tobago where your government is asking us to give up our livelihood and every single thing that we know. Again, I continue to say I have nothing against Cuba. You can't get me to disrespect the Cuban doctors, but what it is you would not get me to do as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago is to look down on our doctors. At the end of the day, we have educated, skilled, and qualified people in our nation. There is no position for us to put ourselves at risk. To tell us, because a former prime minister, when he gets sick, he go in Cuba. The other prime ministers and them who he linemen within the Caribbean, when them get sick, they go in Cuba. I want to ask you a real question today as a citizen. When you get sick, where does go? Nobody hospital? We built a hospital. We say we complete a hospital, put on a new wing. All this conversation was done in the public domain. Big opening. And the very next floor upstairs, incomplete. Total insult and disrespect to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But again, I want to take it down from there. Call a hold your hand. Let me have this conversation here. A government supposed to work for you. We have come to terms with the fact and the circumstances that we are in Trinidad and Tobago, that oil and gas plays a very, very, very serious role in our economy. We sat back with a gentleman, plain prime minister, end up with all the power and all the authority, had an opportunity to go and meet him. Didn't even have the respect to sign a MOU on behalf of the citizens. Now listen to me. You get the opportunity to sit down in front of the United States of America, the rep. So what you tell him, how you deal with him, it determines where we go forward. So obviously he come to hear what is your ideas. You know what your PNM government did to you? You know what your PNM executive prime minister did to you? Instead of going over there and having a conversation based on the citizens, and if you're having a conversation based on the citizens, listen what you would do. You wouldn't waste time to continue explaining to citizens about a dragon that has already been dead. Facts is Venezuela is under sanctions. So as much as we asking brothers and sisters in this nation to keep their fingers crossed for this dragon, it is dead. So let me hold on to the facts of Trinidad and Tobago. At one point in time, in our main revenue earner is oil and gas. And until somebody could prove differently, oil and gas. So sitting as a government, what already have a structure that you came and meet. There's already deep water harbors in Trinidad and Tobago. We already have plants that closed down. If you go down to Point 14 now, and you decide to head to Clifton Hill Beach, whether you're going with your family this blessed Saturday, you would see a whole lot of dormant tanks idle there. We already have a port right there. And the conversation is, in order for our society to get back to a stable position that we must revamp that industry. The structure is already there. Your PNM executive prime minister didn't take into consideration. If it's about business and it's about upliftment, we already have welders and fabricators. We already have engineers and draftsmen. We already have painters. Brothers and sisters, they didn't take that into consideration. We already have a structure that we used before. And that same structure took us to over 160 barrels of oil per day. That structure. This governing authority don't decide to use that. You have the American government in your hand. Instead of going to the brothers and sisters or even the ambassador and having a conversation. Well, all right, if it is you want me to keep away from Venezuela, our number one earner is oil and gas. Why not lend us $1 billion and give us a 10-year duration period for us to pay back? Who having these conversations? If we get these monies borrowed, and it will jumpstart our oil and gas sector again, Marabella will be active again. The Polari woman and the doubles woman, well, the doubles fighting and making anything. But how people used to eat doubles, we cannot do it anymore. Doubles was something when you get up in the morning and you walk outside, you just eating our doubles. Now you have to watch your money before you reach by the doubles, man. This is despite the level of disgusting conversation that you see people peddle. Listen, they just call to the callers and them. This is my first day on the radio, so I must give the PNMites an opportunity to call in. But me sitting down here because I cannot defend no conversation. Tanti, you call in and you explain about the shortcomings in your zone. You also explain and touch on the PNM government not raising pension. Let me explain something to you. I myself supported the People's National Movement. I utilized the viewers and the supporters. And again, I was even given the opportunity to come and sit right here. So thank God that I am alive and well to right my wrong. I'm asking you today, are you in a more safe position as a Trinbagonian citizen today? The doors of opportunity, are they open? Are governments sitting idly by, meeting governments upon governments, and not having relevant conversation that would benefit the citizens? You know what is embarrassing in this country? I saw the PNM executive prime minister went to shake the representative from America hand, and the representative not asking him, tell him. He said, boy, I don't know if to tell you congratulations or condolences. That is a blatant insult towards every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago. And the only reason why that man was able to do him that is because America is looking in from the outside. And they saw the poor representation that we received for the past 9 coming into 10 years. So it's one out of 2 things. If we decide to play mad come April 28 and vote for a man who went meetings with a nation that under sanction, if we take him and make him prime minister, we will be sending forget America. We will be sending a message to every single nation that Trinidad and Tobago have no problem dealing with countries under sanction. Today you see I wear my United States of America badge. Today you see my Trinidad flag is over it. This is because I am grateful for the opportunity the United States of America, the doors that they has opened for our citizens over the years. I am thankful for all the foreign aid. Although under this government we didn't see it, but that don't mean that it didn't come. We are grateful for these things. Let me take a call, ladies and gentlemen. Bless good afternoon, caller.
God, boy, over and Alexis, the better point, boy.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Bless good afternoon. How you do?
You follow us on Facebook, boy, partner, boy.
Yes, man.
You asked Julia Davy for permission to sit down in that chair. Anyway, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you, man?
I'm okay, caller.
Yeah. When I see in your red jacket, I get time to share.
No, this ain't red. This is burgundy.
Oh, burgundy. Okay, yeah. Oven, only when you're from an oil place, you go understand, boy. They close down. You know, Carnival time we used to go and line up in Bradford here by the oil field, and they say, what, 2 men?
Yeah.
3 men? And you know what I mean? We used to get company rates now by open by.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, they take away that from us. Bradford is just like Point, you know. We have oil field here.
Yeah.
And like Mahaka over. I still live funny village, right? Yeah. Anyway, Oven.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure having you on the street, 919 FM.
Yes, man.
The audio over the radio coming in real soft.
All right, we go fix it. We dealing with a little software thing here. We go fix it.
Tomorrow, I guess tomorrow you're on.
Yes, sir. Between the hours of 2 and 5.
Hey, we get through, my partner. Right?
Yes, man, by the grace of God. So again, we have to big up IWER management and staff for continuing to open the door. Had to thank God.
DJ IWER, sir.
Yes, man.
I'm a caller of the street 919 FM and listen to all the program.
Yes, man.
In the morning with title, no. Now we have Abubakar.
Yes.
Down to Sister Garcia in the morning.
Yes.
This is my station, so welcome to the street 919 FM.
Yes, man.
Love.
And please stay locked on and stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 minute to 1. So again, I want to thank you all for viewing. I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for tuning in with us. Again, we have a responsibility here at the Street 919 to bring about relevant, factual information. You yourself have a responsibility to support the cause. So again, Blue Waters and Desani Waters, all these people and them election is out and about, and it's only fair that all you explain to them and show them what water to drink. Brothers and sisters, family and friends, again, it's all your boy Irvin. I want to thank you all for tuning in, for viewing with us at Street 919. See you all tomorrow, please, the Lord. All right, I still have a little second. All right, well, I still have a little second. So I want to thank you all for tuning in and viewing and listening with us. At the end of the day, remember, Sawa, East-West Corridor, Point 14, see just Buenos Aires, area, the Carcass. We're talking about Pinal. We're talking about Debe. We're talking about, hey, what my girl, I ain't even big up Twiggy. Tobago, 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 big up yourself. Whether you're from, hey, I see a meeting with Fali in Tobago. I could understand why PNM getting harassed. But to the supporters, don't waste time getting harassed. Understand that the governing authority that you're still supporting had a responsibility to you for the past 10 years, 9 years coming into 10 years, and they drop the ball, they drag the ball, they stab up the ball, they make sure that you didn't get no opportunity to feed your family, you didn't get no opportunity to continue to navigate. Let me explain something to you before I leave here. Please, Trinidad and Tobago, please, do not make nobody make you believe living poor is the way to live. You might find yourself in a position today, but your responsibility is to navigate out of it. And we cannot continue to neglect government responsibility. Yes, crime is high, but there is inadequate sidewalks, inadequate social programs in our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, this thing is not about just an election. This thing is about survival. It is about jump-starting our economy. So to the entire UNC family and everybody who voting out there, only let me be real and reasonable. Again, until we meet again, tomorrow, please the Lord, at 2 o'clock, only boy Irvin saying goodbye, stay focused, and stay blessed.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of The Street.